This is a secret that I'm going to show you of the Cornish place. This theatre is called the Minack and is relevant to me because my great-great-uncle was involved in the construction there from 1932. This is a story that uncovers the history of this theatre. Rowena Cade started building this theatre in 1931 to 1932 with her gardener, Billy Rawlings. Filming a short history of both the Telegraph Museum and houses connected to the Minack. I'm going to speak to Mark Harrington now about this connection to the Minack. Hello, my name's Toby and this is Mark.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm filming a short history of both the Telegraph Museum and how this is connected to the Minack. Can you talk about some of the history?
Well, yes, certainly. I mean, I play Billy Rawlings, the gardener, who helped build this. So this was all started in the winter of 1931. So where we're standing now, all of this was dug out by Rowena Cade and Billy Rawlings in the winter of 1931 to 1932, all by hand. Even the stage that you see down below us had to be raised up and levelled, and they worked the rest of their lives together on this.
Tom Ango was a distant relative of mine. Can you tell me anything specific about his relationship with Rowena Cade?
Well, you see, after Billy Rawlings died, and even before that, Tom had started helping out here at the theatre. And after Billy Rawlings died, Tom Ango became what she referred to as her builder's mate. So Tom would help with all of the kind of cement work. So not this side of the theatre, but on the other side here, where there's all the concrete seats. All of that he helped to build out that side of the theatre together with Rowena Cade. So he would do that. He would do the building work. He'd do the upkeep of these grass seats that we're on here now. He would even do car park duty up when the plays were on. He'd help out with his little tractor. He used to have a little Fergie T20 tractor, which he was immensely proud of. And he really kind of helped out and looked after her for the rest of her life.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, specifically about Tom Ango for the students helping Rowena Cade?
Well, yeah. I mean, then we've come over here, and I've just been telling everybody actually about Billy Rawlings' seat, which you'll see over here. There's Billy Rawlings' seat, and which she made for Billy when he was in hospital. And he was in hospital for the last time. She knew he was dying. She said she was going to make him this seat in a letter that was sent to me, and I've read the letter. And she said, I'm going to put it where the Tempest seat is. Well, the Tempest seat is right over there, and the bottom of the front row over there.
Oh yeah.
So that means that when she wrote that letter, she'd built the Tempest seat there. So she'd built all this front row. You see, it's all the same design.
Yeah.
But when she wrote the letter, it means that she intended to put it behind where the Tempest seat is there. And that means that none of these seats were built. So at that point, in 1966, none of this side of the theatre was built at all. And only then did she start to build all of this side of the theatre with Tom Ango's help.
I have relatives in the Telegraph Museum. Do you think you can talk about the relationship between that and the Minack?
So, not only are you related to Tom Ango, we have relatives there, because you see, Rowena Cade, in a sense, everybody thinks of this as being the first theatre down here, but because of the telegraph telegraph station down there, when that brought in the cable from India, people from all over the world came to train there, and so they had to have entertainment. So they had their own theatre down there, and actually Rowena Cade used to help us with those. And also, of course, later on, when Tom Ango was building that side of the theatre, students from the Telegraph Museum would actually come up in their free time and come and help. And in fact, they were the ones who built the first lighting room here from scratch, and they kind of installed it all in here. So there's always been that real connection down here between places. And you kind of bridge the gap, don't you?
Yeah.
Historically, to
Yeah.
the past and the future, and the two places.
Yeah.
You know those people.
We now take a short walk down to the Telegraph Museum to learn more about its importance in Porthcourno. The reason that both places are of interest to me is a connection to my Cornish heritage. Just south of the equator, the Ascension Islands is 700 miles from its nearest neighbour, St Helena. Much of the cable infrastructure between St Helena and Ascensions was laid in 1899 by the Telegraph Company. This shows a cable being laid in the Victorian times. This is an example of a cable used by the Cable and Wireless Company. This is a cable ship, and this ship could stay at the sea for up to 60 days at a time and had enough room for a crew of 159. She was the first cable and wireless ship. The telegraph workers had to create activities to keep themselves entertained. One of these activities was fishing. The Ascension Island is a volcanic island in the South Atlantic, roughly halfway between Africa and South America. There are no roads, only rough paths. This cable sticking out of the ground leads down to the beach and eventually into the sea. The reason that both places are of interest to me is a connection to my Cornish heritage. The Cornish element at Porthcourno from the remote island of St Helena in the Atlantic. Both these histories converge on this remote beach at the tip of Cornwall, Porthcourno. St Helena in the Atlantic was a major connection point for the telegram and communications during the war, and it is to this day. Again, thank you for watching. This has been a really inspiring journey.